Have you ever had that feeling, that strange sense that something is over, but it hasn't quite ended yet? Like a project is done or a chapter of your life is closed, but things just keep on moving for a minute, almost like they're on autopilot? Well, today we're going to unpack a really cool way to think about that feeling. It's a paradox of time, and we're going to see it through the lens of two numbers, 9 and 11.
So here's the central puzzle we're going to try and piece together. Is it possible for a cycle to be truly complete, finished, done, and yet somehow still be in motion? Can something be over but still be pushing forward?
The key to this whole thing, this paradox, lies in what two specific numbers represent: 9 and 11. In a lot of symbolic traditions, these numbers represent two totally different states of being. 9 is all about that feeling of completion, when a cycle has finished. But 11? 11 is the feeling that things are still going.
And you can see the contrast right here. 9 is completion, it's fulfillment, it's the end. 11, on the other hand, is the total opposite. It's about transition, instability. It's like standing in a gateway between one place and the next. Now, on the surface, they seem like they're in direct conflict, right? But as we're about to see, they are way more connected than you'd think.
Okay, so let's dive into the first piece of our puzzle here. What do we actually mean when we say that 9 represents the end of a cycle?
I mean, just think about our basic numbers. 9 is it. It's the final single digit before the whole sequence resets with 10, which starts a completely new order. Its finality is kind of baked right into how we even understand numbers. And it's super important to get this. Completion doesn't mean something was destroyed or that it failed. Not at all. It just means a pattern has, finished expressing itself. Think of it like a story that's reached its natural, totally satisfying ending. It's complete, it's fulfilled, and it's ready for whatever comes next, which should be a reset to 0. Right, so 9 is the final stop. It's that moment of resolution where the journey finds its end. After 9, the cycle should be over. It should be ready to reset. But what happens when it doesn't?
And that question brings us to our second number, 11. Because if 9 is the destination, then 11 is that strange, uncertain space between destinations. Think about it. 11 comes right after 10, and 10 is a number that so often means order, a complete set, like our 10 fingers. So just by where it sits, 11 is already beyond that nice defined structure. It's like an excess, a step into something unknown.
And you can feel why 11 feels unstable, right? It's past that point of order. And look at the number itself. It's two pillars, a 1 standing right next to another 1. It's a duality, two things that haven't merged into a single new thing yet. It's not a destination, it's a threshold. It's what's called a liminal space, that in-between state of being on the cusp of something new.
So unlike the solid finality of 9, 11 just feels unfinished. It's this awkward transitional pause. It's the moment after the end. Yeah, but it's also before the next thing has really begun. Okay, so we've got completion with 9, and we have this weird in-between state with 11. So what happens when we put them together? This is where the whole thing gets really interesting and the paradox comes into full view. The idea of 9 hidden in 11 is basically describing a system that is, for all intents and purposes, complete. The cycle has hit its final note, but for some reason it keeps going. It's moving forward with the outward look of an 11, even though its true internal state is already at 9.
Yeah, as the source material puts it, it's a state where something that has already reached fulfillment still appears to be moving forward. It's kind of like a spinning top. Even after its energy is totally spent and it should have stopped, its momentum just carries it forward for one more second. That's the feeling we're talking about. So, at the end of the day, this isn't just a fun little number game. It's describing a really profound state of being, an ending that's disguised as a continuation. And that, right there, is the time paradox. It's a moment where the world is effectively paused, just caught between what was and what will be.
Okay, but so what? Why does this abstract idea actually matter? Well, it matters because this pattern reveals the fundamental structure of how big, profound change really happens in our world. Remember how 11 looks like two pillars? That image is absolutely key. Those pillars literally form the architecture of this transition. They create a gateway. But it's not a destination. It's that liminal space you have to pass through. It can even feel like a false gateway because you feel like you're moving, but you're not really going anywhere new.
just yet. This whole architecture of transition, it's a place of pure overlap. It's this one bizarre moment where the past, which is already finished, and the future, which hasn't even begun, somehow exist in the exact same space at the exact same time. And really, that's the big insight here. Endings are not always these clean breaks or sudden stops we expect them to be. A lot of the time, completion is subtle. The cycle has already resolved itself on the inside, but the outward form keeps going for just a little while longer, hiding the end in plain sight. So, I'm going to leave you with this final thought. Just think about your own life for a second. Your jobs, relationships, personal growth, anything. Where have you felt this strange pause? That exact moment where you knew deep down that something was over, but it just kept moving forward anyway. That space, that is the gateway of 11, with the quiet completion of 9 hidden right beneath its surface.